Hi, it's me, Helen. So, due to the papers that I was just emailed yesterday, reading over those, I had a couple questions for my children because I had to submit some things. And so, one of the questions was pertaining to me preventing my children from seeing their father. So, I asked my 16-year-old, do you feel like I am preventing you from seeing your father? And he said, no. I can go call him anytime I want. I said, okay, I was just making sure. My 18-year-old says, yeah, I want nothing to do with him, and he won't even know when I have children. I said, well, we both know that's not true because your older brother will let him know when you have children. He said, well, he's not coming around them. I said, okay, I just want to make sure that I'm not preventing you from having contact with your father. He says, no, I want nothing to do with him. So that answers that. The other one is I taking money from my children that didn't belong to me. So I asked my 16-year-old if I ever taken money from you that I wasn't entitled to. He says, no, but Dad stole from me and my brother for many months. He stole money from both of us. And I said, you're talking about the dog fees. He said, yes, the $75 that was coming out of your account for the medical fees for the dog. I said, yes, I know. What are you talking about? He says, yeah, it was $75, and me and my brother was paying him every month, both of us paying him $75, when it was only $75, not $150. I said, I'm well aware of that. He said, and he promised us and told us he was giving the money to you since the $75 was coming out of your account. But then we found out that he lied about that. So not only did he steal money from me and my brother every month for months, but he didn't even give it to you to cover the fee. I said, well, that is correct, and I was just making sure that I wasn't taking money that I wasn't entitled to. And he said, no, that's news to me. He said, that's news to me, but Dad did steal money from us. I said, I know. I know. And I said, and the sole caregiver of you up until December, do you feel like that was your father? He says, no, both of you were here, but you're the one, Mom, that took care of all of our medical and all of our needs. He didn't really care. I said, okay. He said, you're the one that had to miss work to take me to get my leg checked out because he couldn't do it. You're the one that had to miss work to take care of my brother's medical and mental needs because he couldn't do it. I understand. I do. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing something and I'm not stopping you and I'm not taking things that doesn't belong to me. That's all I'm doing, son. And he said, no, you're not, Mom. You're not. Dad stole from us. I said, I know this. He says, and Mom, you were the one that was always there when we needed you. We was always an inconvenience to him. So look, I'm not trying to drum up a bunch of ill feelings. I just wanted to make sure I was doing right by you. He says, I know, Mom. I know. So, I know my answers, but I just wanted to verify that I wasn't just assuming my answers were correct. I needed to make sure that I was not preventing my sons from having dealings with their father. I needed to make sure of that. Because this is difficult. Very difficult on them. My 18-year-old wants nothing to do with his father, doesn't even want his name. Didn't want him at his graduation. Neither one of them want anything to do with their father's family. And it took repeated emails of me letting him know every time his mother sent something that they repeatedly said, stop having your family contact us. So I repeatedly sent emails saying the boys want nothing to do with your family, stop having them contact them. And then there was that text message from between my 18-year-old and my husband where he says to his father, like, I don't want you at my graduation and you're not invited, and stop having your family contact me. Well, my 18-year-old already knew about the emails I sent to his father, letting him know that the boys want nothing to do with your family, stop having them contact them. Ahead of time, because I ran the emails by my boys to see if it was saying everything they wanted it to say. So by the time that my husband sent my 18-year-old the text message saying, I don't know who in the family's been contacting you, but if you let me know, I'll put a stop to it. He already knew that his mother was, because it was in the emails, many emails. So Dominic, my son, already knew that his father was lying. Both of them have been on the end of his lies for way too long. So no, I'm not preventing my sons from seeing their father. One wants nothing to do with him. He says some very dark, twisted things that okay, that's And then the 16-year-old, he says I can contact him anytime I want. He just keeps sending me text messages every morning. I don't know why. His pathetic attempt. I don't want his messages, and I rarely answer his messages, or once in a blue moon when I answer his message. But he keeps sending the messages anyway. My youngest has contemplated changing his name, but he doesn't know what to change it to. So the three of us, I'm not gonna lie, we have talked back and forth on what name to pick and what name to choose. My 18-year-old definitely wants to change his name. My 16-year-old is seriously contemplating changing his name, so he is not connected to his father. Though it is not me preventing them from having contact with him. Look in the mirror. He needs to look in the mirror He needs to take responsibility for what he has done to our children. I have no hope that he's ever going to accept and acknowledge what he did to me. But I can hope and pray that he can accept and acknowledge what he did to our boys and repent to God. But I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt that's going to happen. As far as me telling my boys he's a bad father, I didn't have to tell them anything. The moment you wouldn't let your son get out of the car that day, and my son looked at me and said, "What did I ever do to him?" Let him know quite enough of who you are. The day that my other son said to you directly, because my husband cornered him about his medicine, not wanting my husband to give him his medicine anymore, and my husband cornered him. And he told him, because I don't trust you not to tamper with my medicine, to look at him and go, it's probably not the answer you should have given to our son. In fact, my son's response was, well, that's comforting. That same son, while yelling at him, you slammed the pot down on an island and broke it. So yes, to my husband, my sons did not need me to tell them anything. They saw what you've done, and that falls on him, not me. My 18-year-old saw my husband try to hold me hostage that day. My 18-year-old has stated openly that he saw his father raise his hand to me. Because he told people before I knew he knew. That's disturbing. So yes. My 16-year-old heard my husband and I arguing the day when my husband said that me and his children were not family. He heard us arguing about that. So again, I didn't do anything to prevent them from having contact with my husband. Not one bit. Anyway, remember to keep moving forward. You are special, you are worthy, and plenty of people do love you. Until next time. Bye.